Good morning and welcome to A Week in My Life. I woke up super late because I went to bed super late, but we are still going to get this week off to a good start, and we are going to eat breakfast and wash the sheets because I like to wash them every week. I feel like it's just a great way to get better sleep, and they just feel better that way. With my autoimmune lately and the introduction of even more allergies, things have gotten really behind here, so this week is mostly going to be focusing on, good morning. This week is going to be mostly focused on just trying to get everything back to a good baseline.
So if you've seen my channel, you know I like to cook a lot. And part of it's because I have so many allergies and don't really have any other option, but I also just really love doing it. It's definitely not for show, and that's why my kitchen frequently gets messy. So I decided to start the morning by doing a cleaning of the kitchen. That way I could have it set for the week. And I usually do this about twice a week because it gets messy pretty quickly.
And now that that's done, it's time for me to prepare for the rescue foods.
You're probably wondering what I mean by rescue foods, or as we like to jokingly call in our house, street food. A soup kitchen close to me decided to partner with people who were interested in composting as well as farmers so they could get rid of their excess donations that were about to go bad. And while most of it is only fit for compost, there's still quite a lot of really good edible food, which I'm not only allowed to take, I have been asked on many occasions to take as much as I can. It's a win-win for everyone, including the environment.
It started raining out of nowhere, and it looks like somebody else got here before me, so there wasn't too much left, but I definitely got a few things. And I did hear about another coalition that also is trying to help prevent food waste, so I may go do that later in the week. Otherwise, it is off to the normal old grocery stores and farmers market for me. And of course, it is sunny when I get home. Of produce that I got today was definitely mangoes that are a little past their prime when it comes to just eating, but I'm planning on trying out how to make fruit leather for the first time, and I do have a toaster oven that also functions as a dehydrator, so we're gonna try that. Hopefully it turns out really well. I also got a few plums, one tomato, a few cucumbers, and I'm gonna be making a salad with both of these pretty much right now. A box of mushrooms that are still beautiful, a bunch of potatoes, and a nice head of lettuce. I also got a bunch of limes, which for some reason the limes keep showing up there, and they're still really nice, so I will definitely figure out something to do with them this week.
So I put all of my peels in the compost and then blended up all of the mangoes. Honestly, I had no idea how this was going to turn out, but I thought it would be really cool to try. I'm also making one of my absolute favorite salads in the world that I tried while I was on a trip to Knoxville. I can definitely show you guys how to make that in the future. It's really good. Like, really good. I also used the mushrooms that I got today to make some lettuce cup wraps. They're kind of inspired by P.F. Chang's, but I never have been to P.F. Chang's, so honestly, I don't know if they taste like that, but they're still really good.
Good morning. It is another day. It is Tuesday, and I'm really excited to get into everything I have to do today. I am planning on cleaning my bathroom and bedroom, kind of doing a one and done. Not quite a deep clean, but I'm pretty behind in those areas. This whole week is basically going to be my life revolving around cleaning my entire house. It's definitely overdue.
We did move in a month or two ago, so it's needed. Things got really hectic during unpacking, so we will finally get to settle in, which would be really nice. So in order to get this room clean, I have a terrible and not fun game called We Are Going to Put Everything That Is Not Put Away on the Bed and get it off before we have to go to bed, which means I will have to fold, put away whatever is on the floor, on top of dressers, and it all has to be away by tonight. Yeah. Everything went on the bed. That included some fabric that I'm planning on using for sewing, towels, blankets, and clothes. It really was quite a rough month, honestly. So I'm going to be folding, putting away everything, and if I do come across a few things that I may not like that much or just doesn't fit, I will definitely try to donate them in some of my Buy Nothing groups. I already have 2 items that I know I'm going to donate. They were with me before the move, and I forgot to donate them beforehand because moving's really hectic. I don't know about you, but when I do folding, I tend to go for the biggest items first, like blankets and towels, because it kind of makes me feel like I'm actually getting a dent in the pile. And that's the funny thing about living with autoimmune and autism and all the like, because those things people don't really see, and when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're definitely down. I also think that a lesson these things have taught me is to just be gentler with myself. And I think that's a lesson that everyone should learn, regardless of what their life looks like or what struggles they might have. Gown from the 1950s, check. Do I still have a black cotton t-shirt? Surprisingly, no. So after 3 hours of folding, I finally got to put away all of my hang-up stuff and fix the curtain that I had been meaning to fix for about 2 weeks now. After that, it was a well-deserved crochet break because I had been doing this for quite a long time. I got this vanity from a woman in her 60s who was given it by her great-grandmother. I don't really know the time frame, but I'm guessing it's anywhere between the turn of the century and the 1950s. I like to keep all of my makeup in it because that way I can keep it out of the bathroom, and it just feels really special to be able to get ready in front of something so vintage and beautiful. So as for what we're doing today, we are going to the big city, aka Asheville. And we're gonna get a few errands done, which usually isn't exciting, but I really like going to like the downtown part of Asheville. I don't think most people are excited about, oh, I'm gonna go get an oil change, oh, I'm gonna, pick up some checks for business, but I'm excited. They also have a bulk store, which I am out of mint, so I'm gonna stop by there as well because I like to kind of batch all my errands and do them all on 1 or 2 days of the week, if I can help it. So they actually mailed it to me, but that's okay because I was planning on doing a few other things down here today anyway, and we're gonna do those now. I love the Co-op. It has a bunch of local and just a bunch of really cool brands. When you have as many allergies as I do, it's super cool to actually see things that you can eat. I also love the bulk section and all of the local produce. You can also bring your boxes here to recycle them or reuse them. I got some bulk goods as well as a few specialty ingredients that I'm probably going to be using very soon in some recipes. I usually dedicate every oil change to crochet time, and everyone forgot their headphones today apparently, because I was hearing World Star on full blast behind me. But that's okay, because I also forgot my headphones. Although I didn't actually play any sort of crochet tutorials, I tried to follow a pattern which I had the wrong yarn and wrong hook for. It'll still look okay though, I'm pretty sure.
Good morning, hi! Good morning, Artemis.
Since I had so many rescue mangoes, I decided that I was going to make a smoothie with them.
All right, moment of truth. That's actually really good. It's a little hard to drink out of a straw. It's really thick smoothie. I didn't think that the squash was gonna work in it, but honestly, if you have like leftover squashes, try it.
The morning was filled with doing dishes and taking out my compost. I actually built this out of cement blocks that I went around asking people if they had any extras. None of them matched, and that's why it looks like that. I also harvested from my garden. This was 2 months of hard work. And I used the veggie scraps that I have to make some vegetable broth or stock or whatever you want to call it. And I've been reusing the plastic bags probably around 6 months now. I just refill them in the freezer every time. I'm a firm believer in trying to use as much of the produce as possible because I don't want any food waste. So after 30 sets of shenanigans and 10 reps of tomfoolery, I was finally ready to go. So that was really cool. It was so nice to see people from all sorts of places and walks of life just getting together, and there was live music and cooking classes. And apparently they do this every week, so this is definitely gonna be built into my schedule now. It was so much fun, and it all came from small local farms, and they all just wanted to share it with the community, so I will definitely be back. And I started making a few friends there too, which was really nice. When I got back, the stock was finally ready. And it kind of looked gross, but honestly, this stuff tastes better than anything you could buy at the store. Good morning, it is Friday, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the final day of this video. And I am doing something I've been dreading for so long. I've been trying to talk myself out of it and back into it all morning, which is organizing and cleaning my craft room, because when we moved in, I did not clean it at all. We basically had a very short period of time to get everything just in. We just kind of had everything dropped in here. My creativity got the better of me, and I started doing projects without organizing it and cleaning it, so now it looks like a tornado has gone through here. It's not great, and life, as I said with my room, everything has just gotten pretty overwhelming, which is why these are like the first videos you've seen in 2 or 3 months from me, because it's just been a very hectic and busy time. And I think the space reflects that a lot. As you can see, it really reflects that. But to be honest, I truly can't complain because, one, I have finally gotten the dream of having a house, which has been like the main dream and goal since I was 5 years old. And 2, I have a beautiful craft room that has 3-sided windows where I can look out and see nature, and it's just beautiful. And 3, I do this to myself, so I have no one else to blame. Some days I can barely read a pattern, but I didn't even use a pattern for this. I don't know how I got this far.
When I said I had good views from 3 sides of my window, I'm gonna show you what I mean. And these cows make me especially happy because I know who owns them, and they are not dairy or meat cows. They are actually just personal family cows, which is really cool. They're not my family's cows. After 4 hours, it's definitely not perfect, but it's a pretty good start. And I'm happy with where I am for today with this. I will probably continue sometime early next week just because I think that the momentum in here is just beautiful. And I have a lot of projects coming up, which means I kind of need a clean room for this. But now that I've done that, it's time for me to start working on dinner and making some strawberry ice cream with the strawberries that I got yesterday. And I'm super excited for that because strawberry is one of my favorite ice cream flavors. So come on. So at this point, my camera died. And I haven't blended up the ice cream yet, but I can definitely do that on shorts if you guys want to see that. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and through these past 5 days in my life. I know that this is a very chaotic, messy, and unorganized vlog, but thank you for bearing with me. I'm learning every day, and I'm sure that you are too. So I hope that you have a day just as beautiful as you are. All right, bye.